Okay, hello. Andy Face, is that Rachel? I think that's your name. Yes, Rachel, glad you're here. I am Joyce Glass, the writer coach, having a little technical difficulty this morning, but made it. I'm here, glad you're here. And today it is Writer Wednesday, and I'm Joyce Glass, the write coach. I help writers and speakers through the process of writing a book, and there's so much more you can do with a book than just write the book. It can help you with your speaking if you speak. It can help you with blog posts. You can grab the content out and do other things with it. So I love to help writers and speakers through the writing process. Let's see who all is here today. We got Rachel, and I can't see who the other people are, but if you want to make a comment so I know who's here, I'd love to see who's here. Whose SAC is awesome. Glad you're here. If you could put your name in the comments so I can see, because not everybody's name's showing up, I would greatly appreciate that. See, Sarah, are you the SAC is awesome? And Rachel is back. I am so glad that you're here. Again, I'm Joyce Glass, the Write Coach. I help writers and speakers through the writing process. Good morning, Sarah. So glad that you're here. I'm thankful that you're here. We're going to talk about Scrivener today. Have either one of you ever heard of Scrivener or used Scrivener? Anybody use Scrivener for their writing? If you want to put that in the comment so I can see. Never. You've never heard of it or you've never used it, or both. Scrivener is what I call awesome. It does so much. Never heard of it, never used it. Never for both. Great. Well, you are in for a treat today because Scrivener does so much that we used to have special programs to do, or go through different people to have them do it, and now with a couple of clicks, you can have an ebook, you can have a PDF, you can put it on Kindle, you can put it on iBooks, all kinds of wonderful things. So first of all, I do have it pulled up here. Good. Let me pull up I'll let you watch me pull up a new document because I'm going to turn the camera around in just a minute and you can see what I'm doing on my computer. Hello, Note Card Warrior. What is your name? So glad that you're here. I'm Joyce Glass, the Write Coach. I help writers and speakers through the book writing process, and there's so much you can do with a book. Great. Well, you never know, Rachel. You just might get inspired, or you can have some great information to share with someone who does want to write. So this is interesting. A lot of people use Word and think Word is fine to write a book, but after using Scrivener, there is no way I would ever use Word again to write a book. It drove me crazy to start with because it's hard when I had a book. Good morning, Kelly. I'm Melanie, looking forward to learning more about Scrivener. Great, Melanie. I am so glad you're here. And Melanie, where did you hear about this? Was it on Facebook? I shared a bunch of places this morning, so I'm not sure. Morning, Kelly. Good to see you again. Now you get to see me. I saw Kelly just a little bit ago. She was doing a Periscope. And I hope this Periscope is working. I was watching another one this morning, not Kelly's. And yes, Facebook, awesome. And it was, it kept losing connection. And so I don't know if it's her internet connection or a Periscope thing, but I hope everything's working for all of you, because the past 2 mornings with this lady, it's been that way. She keeps losing connection, and it's possibly her internet connection. Android? I think she has an iPhone. I don't know. It could be an Android thing. You never know, but I don't know. But she has had some issues, so, or are you saying you have an Android, Kelly? I don't know. either way, she had some issues. I hope that we don't today. But I have a lot of fun things that I want to show you. I have Scrivener on a Mac. On the PC, there's only a little bit of difference. Your phone acts off sometimes, I see. Well, she's been doing this for over a year, and it wasn't till the past couple of days that she's had problems, so who knows. But anyways, back to Scrivener. There are so many things that we can do with it, and like I was saying, I have it on a Mac, but it is also available for PC. There's only like a couple minor differences that I know of between the Mac version and the PC version. The biggest one I know of is you can sync your Mac Scrivener documents with your iPad with an app. There's a certain app you can use, and it will sync your documents. You can do the same thing with the PC, but it's kind of a more roundabout the way, and it does not sync it back correctly. It like you can work on your documents on your iPad, but then you'll have to send them. I'm trying to remember because I haven't had a PC in over a year now. I think I had to send them back through Dropbox, open them up to look at them and like transfer the content or something like that. And it's possible they've changed that because it has been a year, and I know that's something that they were working on for PC users to be able to sync with the iPad so you can work on the iPad. Now, I will tell you the only thing I don't like, even though I can sync with my Mac, it doesn't show up the same way because it's RTF, if you know what that means, rich text format. And it's just, it doesn't have all the, if you have something bold or if you have something underlined or whatever, it doesn't, it's not easy to do all of that. So personally, I prefer, if I'm going to go somewhere, I'll just put the document in a Word document so that I can, or Pages is what I have now, so that I can use it, work on it if I'm not going to be, at home, if I go on vacation somewhere. Just because it's easier for me to read it. But let's get started with looking at Scrivener. And hold on, let me move a couple things out of the way here so that you don't see all of my mess. I know none of you have a messy desk like me. Anybody have messy desk? Make me feel better today? I've been working hard, and actually today is my day. I chose that I am going to work on cleaning up my desk so that I don't have this disaster around here because it's driving me crazy because I personally am a neat freak. But some things just, you can't keep everything neat. All right, so let me put the iPad down. I use my iPad to hold my phone up for Periscope so you don't have all this wobbly thing going on like it does when I'm in my hand. So let me turn this around. Let's see. Oh, I hope it'll show up better than that. Okay. Oh, there. Can you see it now? I just kind of had to move it. Is it okay if I turn the camera this way? Is everybody okay with that? Can you see it good? Hold on. I'll get still in a minute here. All right. Well, this is actually the part you need to see right here, Scrivener. Let me move it over so you can see the whole shebang. And over here are my notes for Scrivener for today's talk so we can keep focused. We all love to keep focused. Let me get this shrunk down out of the way. All right. So Scrivener is a tool for writing. It's one of my favorite tools. And Kelly, have you ever heard of Scrivener or used Scrivener? I think we talked about that last week when we had our session, but I can't remember. I don't think you had used it. But anyways, what Scrivener will let you do is just amazing. So you can organize your project. Now, as you can see, I got all these pretty colors over here. If that drives you crazy, because some people that would drive them crazy, that is all customized. I went in and did that. All those colors are customized colors. What I have open here is my I Need Guide Bible Study document the book I've written. And what I wanted to show you is, this is my completed final manuscript in here. And each of these is a page. So there's a page, there's the front of the book. You need that when you do Kindle. There's my title page. Here's my published by the Daily GPS Ministry page, copyright page, a letter from me. Then down here's some more pages like an audio that's available in audio. And then this is the cool thing I wanted to show you here. So you see I just clicked on this right here. That is a folder. And what that does is, this is the folder for week 1. You see there's week 1, I Rebel. There's the title page. And then here's the intro page. Okay. So as you can see, each page is a separate document. And what I love about that is, what if I wanted to move this document down to here? I can, or I can put it in a completely different week. And I can bring it back up. Kind of hard to see where to put it in the right place. There we go. So each document, each thing is a page. So there's a notebook, is what they call this right here. So if you right click on this, it'll say add new text or new folder. That chapter thing is a folder, and then if you want to add a page in that folder, that's a page in the book. And what I love, this screen is one of my favorite screens. It's called the corkboard, and again, I customized the background so that it's pretty. Some of us like things pretty when we're working on them. So you can see there's a little note card for each page. So if you're working on, say you're working on fiction or on this, then I can have a little description for each day. Then over here, for each day, let's go, let me just go back over here first. So let's go to the intro page. Over here, you see this little information that's on this right side. Yay! Hey, Renee! Good morning. I'm going over some Scrivener. I don't know if you use Scrivener. Do you use Scrivener, Renee, or have you ever used it? And sorry, my camera's a little wobbly. I do not have a stand to put it on. So, but anyways, right here, what I was trying to show you is each page. So there's a page. There's week 1. This is week 1, the intro. Okay. I come over here, and that I can give it a label, and that's where I give it the color. So it can be a subsection, a section, a chapter, research, notes, ideas. I couldn't read what that said over there. That yellow says idea. So each of these I can label them. So this is labeled, it's a subsection, easy for me to say. And technically this is not the first draft. This is the final draft. Oh no, that was final draft. I can't read it on my phone. I hope you can read this some. So this is the final draft. And then this is very important. I want to show you this little section right here. So it shows you the date. That's not as issued, but the last time it was modified. Okay, which it's showing today's date because I've opened it up. Is include and compile. I just unchecked it. You want to have that checked if you want to make it a part of your, like either your PDF that you're sending to the printer, or if you want it to be part of your ebook, your iBook, Kindle format. And then page break before, kind of it'll stop, compile as is, meaning, you know, everything that I have bold, it'll keep it bold. Any links I have, it'll keep it links. Anything that I have underlined, it'll keep it underlined. So you want to keep it to compile it as is. All right. So have I lost anybody? Because I know I didn't even, this is just an open document. I'm going to show you how to open or create a document. This is one that I've created, but essentially what you have over here, and please type in there if you got any questions. Over here on this side, it's like a table of contents. And that's what I love, is that you can go through, and here's my entire book. And you see the orange is notes. That's my writing plan for each chapter. The blue is a part of the chapter, and then the green up here is the chapter title. Thank you for sharing, Sarah. And then there's a place for notes down here. You can put pictures in here as well. It is a little tricky with the picture thing. I had my next book that I did, I Need God for Moms, we had some pictures in it, and I kind of had to rearrange them some. And that may be just my lack of knowledge on how to put them in there. They did work. And like you saw, if it's just a picture on a whole page, it works. Or if you do a picture, let me find my mouse here. Actually, so right here, that page, see, that's a picture that I put there, because when you put that on Kindle, you want that to be in the front of the book. You want the book cover to be on the front. Does anybody have any questions so far about what I've showed, or am I confusing you? You're going, what the heck is she talking about? Please feel free. But like I said, this is a document that I already have created. The purple is my beginning pages up here. If you can see where my arrow, my mouse is pointing at. The green is the separation of each week. So there's a title for each week. And then there is, for each day, there is a separate document. So there's the title page, day 1. I missed intro, but day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. And then down here is discussion questions for each week that I did. So you can see here the document. All right. Now I'm going to actually back up and show you how you can open and create a new document from scratch. So let me do that real quick here. I go to Scrivener, which is, where's my Scrivener? There we go. There it is. And hold on, let's do this. Let me go up here. It's probably easier to go up to the top and do it. New project. So it brings up this screen, okay? And you have your options. You see over here on the left side, it says blank, fiction, nonfiction, script writing, poetry and lyrics, miscellaneous. This is also a very good program for screenwriters, so that's something else to keep in mind. This is great for fiction writers because you saw those cards. You can have cards on different characters. You can have cards on different scenes. It just helps you be able to move scenes around. It is really helpful in just keeping your writing organized. That's what I love about it. So, okay, great, Sarah. I will finish up, and when you please do watch the replay. Thanks for coming in. You have a great day. So the document here is a fiction document. Here's a nonfiction. We'll open a nonfiction, and then we start with that. And then it gives me some options: essay, general, nonfiction with subheads, APA, MLA. So it has the different, what do you call those, ways that you write. That, for like school or a lot of research papers, they have to be a certain format. In college, those are your formats that you can do. I generally do the general nonfiction. And then we'll give it a title. I'm going to put title at Periscope. Let's see if I can type and write at the same time. Talk. I can't even talk. Yeah, don't ask Joyce to chew gum and talk at the same time. All right, and you see it's saving this to Dropbox. That's the other thing I want to tell you. It is very, very important that you back up all your documents to some kind of cloud. Scrivener does back up to Dropbox. Here's my thing, and I've heard it from way too many people. They lose their documents because either a laptop's stolen, the computer dies, whatever may be the case, and they don't have it anywhere else but on that hard drive. That is insane when you are working on a project of this kind of importance, that there's no way you're going to remember everything you wrote unless you print it out every time that you work on it, which would be wasteful of a lot of paper. So save it to Dropbox. Scrivener saves to Dropbox. Here's the cool thing about Dropbox. If for some reason your document gets deleted on Dropbox by accident, if you figure this out within 30 days, which hopefully you would, if it ever happened, like somebody went in messing with your Dropbox account, I mean somebody like on your computer messing with it, not somebody hacking in. I've never had anybody hack into my Dropbox. But what I have had happen where somebody has been on my computer doing things and didn't realize they were moving things around and have deleted documents. And when that's happened, or transferring computers, I think when I transferred computers, things got a little crazy one time. But here's the thing, with Dropbox, if you don't within 30 days, you can find it. There's a way you go online and you can recover it. So you have a backup. And then I also have a backup, external hard drive we have for our whole family for all the computers. I think you need triple backup because, if there's a house fire, the external hard drive is going to be burned up too. So, or somebody comes and starts stealing equipment in your home, both of them can be stolen, and there goes your document. That's why it needs to be in some kind of cloud service, Dropbox, iCloud, whatever. Like I said, Scrivener, I know backs up to Dropbox. I don't know what else it backs up to. You can check that out, but I definitely know it backs up to Dropbox. And that's very, very important. So, huge tip right there for you. So you hit create, and that will create your document. And then here it is. And this is what it looks like when, let me pull it over here so you can see a little better. This is what it looks like when you first start it. See, over here is my document in the background. You don't have all of that. You go in and you create those. And it has some things started for you. Title, page, contents, forward. I'm sorry, my hand's shaking. It's hard to hold this camera this long. Title, page, contents, and then there's a chapter, subtitles, sections, everything right there for you to get started. And it will give you some information about the template, how to work on it. So I wanted to show you that's how you create a document. And then you go in, and it's very simple. If you want to create another chapter, you right click, hit add new folder. There's another chapter. Okay. And then if you want to add a new subsection to this folder, you hit new text. And then there's your text. So here's another section or page in this chapter. You can do one page for each chapter, or you can do I did a devotional, so there was a different page for each day. You see over here, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. There's a different page for each day. Now, what else you can do if you're doing scenes, like if you're writing fiction, you can have a different page for each scene. It is then, but when you produce the manuscript, when you print this out, all those pages are going to flow together. They're not going to be separate, if that makes sense. If you don't do over here, the page break before, they're all going to flow together. So hopefully this is enough to get you started with Scrivener, or to want to learn more about it. I personally have loved Scrivener. I get nothing out of sharing this with you other than the pure joy of knowing that you can know how awesome Scrivener is. I'm trying to close that up. There's one other quick thing I wanted to show you, how easy it is to put this into an ebook. Very simple. So here's all your documents, right? You've got all of it in there. You clicked on over everything. Include and compile. If it's a page, I'm trying to get where it's focused. If it's a page where you are, there we go. If it's a page that you want in your book, you would click that include and compile and the page break before and compile as is, okay? And you can see down here, this little document, this is little notes. I had a word count that I was trying to keep up with each time. And so I did that, and there's my little notes on when I was working on that. All right. So to create an ebook is very easy. You go up here to, where is compile? Compile, right there. See that little arrow there? And all of this in Scrivener can be customized. You can take off or add what you want up here. You can take this off or add this little toolbar right here, which I find very functional. You can take this section off while you're working if you want to. All of this is, and you can see two screens at one time, which is something I love. See there, you can see 2 days at the same time if you want to compare them. Okay, and it'll also go vertical. There's a thing you got to go in to change to make it vertical. But anyways, right now to compile, easy. You hit compile. There's my whole book. Everything's checked off, and I go up here and I pick what I want it to be, and I want it to be an EPUB. Okay, and then I come down here and I can pick, do I want Kindle format or iBooks format? So I can put Kindle. All right, and then there's something you got to do here for Kindle. Oh, he's telling me I got to choose something. Sorry. Anyways, let me go back. I didn't want that. Hold on. I'm not really sure. Oh, it brought up a screen I didn't want. Let me get out of there. Cancel. Okay. It's telling me I need something for Kindle format. So let's just go back up to ebook with parts. I just want it there at the top. Let's see if the iBooks, well, the EPUB, I'm pretty sure the EPUB is what will open up in iBooks. So let's just hit compile. There it is, and you save it into Dropbox. And right there, and you hit export. And there it goes. And there's one other little thing you got to do with the Kindle, but it's essentially the same thing. Within a couple of clicks, you can create the Kindle format or the iBooks format. And then what I do is I open them up on my iPad and I view them in Kindle and I view them in iBooks. And you can then see how they look and test it out. I will tell you, they can be a little wonky, so you may have to have one document, like duplicate this document, which is what I think I did, or make a PDF to send to the printer because it's going to be set up differently. And then when you do iBooks, for formatting reasons, you may need to do a little tweaking, and that would be another whole Periscope on that. But you'll just want to look at it, and you want it to make it look as good as you possibly can. One thing that you'll see here, and you can kind of see it back here, I justify all of my writing. It looks neater, and especially in the digital formats, it looks so much better when it's justified than when you have the left justified. It will just, it makes all kind of, funny endings because nothing's lined up. It doesn't look as neat. It does not look as professional. So always justify your work. It just looks so much better. Does anybody have any questions before we go? But I think that's a lot about Scrivener. I hope that it gives you a test for it, and maybe you'll want to give it a test drive. That is a cool thing. You're welcome. Well, this is the one way you want to learn that. And I appreciate you being here. And it really, really works. What was your name again, note card? I'm sorry, I forgot what you said your name was. Are you Sarah or Rachel or I forgot. Let's see if it's on here. No, note card writer. What is your real name? Melanie. Okay, thank you, Melanie. Thank you for reminding me. Melanie, connect with me on Facebook, and I would love to tell you more about this. But this is awesome for getting writing projects going, and you can test drive Scrivener for 30 days. Well, they say it's a 30-day trial, but what it is if you don't open it 30 consecutive days, like if you open it and use it 2 days in a row, but then you don't use it for 28 more days, you still have 28 more days left to try it out. At that point. So it's great that you can test drive it. That's what I did is I test drove it, got a taste for it, learned how to use it. The best thing is if you've got a document started to put it in there because it gives you more of a real feel of how it works and just test it out. So, oh, good. I'm glad you have it. So I love it. And like I said, I will never use Word again. Just shoot me if I ever have to use Word again to create a book, because this does so much more. I mean, it keeps up with word count, and just you could go on for hours. And there's plenty of videos about Scrivener that you can see, but I wanted to give everybody a taste of this to see how it works. So I thank you for being here today. Let me turn the camera around so you can see. I'm back. I thank you for being here today. Please message me on Facebook or Twitter. You can find me on Twitter at Joyce_Glass, Glass. I'm on Facebook as The Write Coach. I have a page, or Joyce Glass. You can friend me. I would love to get to know each of you better, and I hope each of you have a wonderful and beautiful day. Thank you.